Hello, good morning. Welcome here at Aura 7 Yoga, Aura 7 Activer. My name is Francesca. I'm the owner and creative director of Aura 7, and we are here doing our weekly 10 a.m. PST yoga session. So I'm happy to see you guys, and we're gonna get going this morning. We're gonna start in Child's Pose. So when you're ready, come to your mat. If you need any props, blocks, straps, get them ready. Always really useful. Bring the knees nice and wide onto the mat. Bring the big toes to touch and drop the hips down into your heels. Start to walk your arms all the way forward. Spread the fingers. Press all 10 knuckles down to the earth. Soften the shoulders down to the mat. Allow them to be heavy. Soften the muscles around the hips and allow the hips to sink down towards the heels. And just guide your focus to your belly button, the center of the body. And just gently pull the belly in towards the spine. As you're closing your eyes, softening the eyelids, softening the temples, softening the muscles around the forehead, softening the skin around the crown of the head. Just simply tuning in with the breath. Slow, steady inhales in through the nose, finding more length through the spine. And slow, steady exhales out through the nose, finding some ease. Start to activate your Child's Pose slightly more by lifting the forearms and the elbows away from the mat, spinning the tricep muscles down, spinning the bicep muscles up to the ceiling, creating more space for your neck. Pull the belly in, engage your core, fill up your lungs with air, hold it at the top, and open your mouth and create a nice audible exhale. Creating an AJA sound in the back of the throat. Start to cultivate the Ujjayi breath. Deep inhaling through the nose. Filling up the lungs all the way to the top. Hold it at the top. Sip a little more in. Open your mouth and a nice audible exhale. AJA sound. Let it out. Let it go. Last one. We're going to keep our lips sealed. Deep inhaling through the nose. Fill up the lungs all the way to the very top. See if you can even imagine that you can pull the air a little bit deeper all the way into the pelvic floor. Hold it there. Now keep your lips sealed and exhale through the nose, creating the same oceanic sound in the back of the throat. Same kind of an AJA sound in the back of the throat. Keeping the lips sealed, continue this beautiful breath in and out through the nose. Gaze up to the fingers. Start to walk the hands all the way to the left. Relax your forehead in between the biceps. Keeping the elbows and the forearms lifted. Feel that nice opening through the right side body as you press the right hip back to the right heel. Then walk yourself all the way back to center and all the way out to the right side. Melting the forehead in between the biceps, finding length through the left side body. Deep inhale through the nose. And let it out, exhale. And walk back to center. Lift up the chest just halfway and then reach your right arm underneath the left arm as you reach the left arm forward. Rotate the left tricep down towards the mat, bicep up to the ceiling. Deep, slow inhale. Then lift the left arm up to the ceiling. Find a little bit deeper twist in your torso. Bend your left elbow, reach back behind your back. And then see if you can find your right outer hip, inner thigh, hip crease area. And then maybe roll the left shoulder a little bit higher up to the ceiling. Release, come back to center, left palm down, right palm down. Then reach your left arm underneath your right shoulder, turn the right palm down, spin the right tricep down to the mat, and spin the right bicep up to the ceiling. Deep, slow inhale, keeping the right elbow lifted. Exhale, hold it here. Lift the right arm high to the sky. Exhale, bend the arm, reach back behind your back, finding your hip crease, maybe inner thigh. Rolling the right shoulder up to the ceiling, opening up. Good, inhale your right arm high, exhale, release it down. Place your left palm down to the mat. Lift up your hips, bring your knees hip distance apart, point your toes back, then slowly walk your hands forward for puppy pose. Placing the forehead down to the mat, finding an opening through the shoulders. Good, then you can stay here or maybe bending the elbows. Bring the palms together, bringing the thumb towards the back of the neck. Release the hands back down to the earth. Rise up into a tabletop position, all fours. Go through a set of cat and cow, dropping the belly. Lift the gaze, lift the tailbone to the sky. Exhale, round it. Tuck the chin to the chest, gaze back to your navel. Again, inhale. Lift up the chest, drop the belly, lift the gaze to the sky. And exhale, gaze back to your navel, round through the spine. Come back into neutral tabletop position. Inhale your right arm out to the side. Bring the right fingertips aligned with the right side chest. Pull the belly in, lift up the front ribs. Exhale, thread the needle, reach the right arm underneath you without touching the mat. Inhale. This time, reach your right arm all the way to the sky. Exhale, twist and turn without touching the mat. Inhale, reach your right arm all the way high, maybe open up a little bit more. Exhale, twist and turn. Now this time release the right shoulder, right ear down to the mat. Reach your left arm forward, turn the left tricep down to the mat. Press into all 5 knuckles on the left palm. Lift the left arm to the sky, open to the chest a little bit more, reach it back behind your back, finding maybe your right hip crease or right inner thigh. And then as an option, you can always shift the body weight up to the right side and lift the left foot, left knee away from the mat, picking up the left foot, maybe reach the left leg all the way to the ceiling, engage the left glute, opening through the chest. And slowly release the left knee down to the mat, lift the left arm high, press it down to the mat. Inhale your right arm high to the sky, open it up. Exhale, release, hands down to the mat. Inhale your left arm out to the side, align with the shoulder, pull the belly in, engage your core, lift up from the right side shoulder. Exhale, thread the needle, reach the left arm underneath you without staying there. Inhale, this time lift the left arm all the way to the sky. Exhale, twist and turn without touching the mat. Inhale, lift the left arm high to the sky, maybe open even more. Exhale, thread the needle, bring the left shoulder, left ear down to the mat. Reach your right arm forward, turn the right tricep down, spin the right bicep up to the ceiling. Take a deep inhale. Hold it here, keep the engagement in the core. Lift the right arm high to the sky, bend the elbow, reach back behind your back. Stay right here, or if you want, you can shift the body weight over to the left leg. Maybe pick up the right foot, maybe just the right knee. Maybe the entire right leg goes all the way to the ceiling and reach it to the sky. Deep, slow inhale. And slowly release the right knee down to the mat. Open up from the bind. Press the right palm to the earth as you lift the left arm one more time all the way to the sky. Exhale, come on back down onto your hands and knees. And come on down onto your forearms. Then walk your feet back, come on into a forearm plank position. Pull the belly in, reach your sternum forward. Wrap your tricep muscles back, spin the biceps forward, lengthen through the neck. Slow, steady inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Gently turn the right fingers inward, feet together, roll to the outer edge of the right foot, lift the left arm high to the sky. Lift up from the right side shoulder and reach all the energy up into the left fingers. Flex the feet, energize through the legs. And come on back down, left elbow down onto the mat, right elbow down. Stay here, forearm plank. Energize to the legs, lift the kneecaps and the thighs away from the mat, pull the belly in. Then bring your feet together, turn the left fingers in, side plank, right arm high. Stacking the right hip on top of the left hip, keeping the neck long. Engage your glutes, lift the hips a little higher. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, open to the chest with the reach of the right arm. And come on back down. Right forearm down, left forearm down. Hold it here, 5 breaths. Deep, slow inhale. And exhale. Gazing down at one spot onto your mat. Not moving your gaze, just holding there, focusing on the breath. Release the belly down to the mat and the hips down to the mat. Point your toes back behind you. Press the tops of your feet down to the mat so much that you can lift the kneecaps away from the mat as you spin your inner thighs up to the ceiling. As you press down through the forearms, you're squeezing the shoulder blades together onto your back and you're peeling your chest all the way forward. Deep, slow inhale. Exhale it out. Tuck your toes under. Lift your knees away from the mat, hips away from the mat. Come on back into that forearm plank. Walk your toes in towards the elbows. Lift up the chest, Dolphin Pose. Soften the knees as much as you need. And lift the tailbone higher as you engage your belly, pressing down into both forearms. Deep, slow inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it out. Now gaze forward, and then see if you can lift both forearms away from the mat and come on into a downward facing dog. If you can lift up the forearms in the same time together away from the mat, no worries, just lift them up one at a time and make your way all the way into a down dog. Start to pedal out your feet slowly first. So bending the right knee, releasing the left heel down to the mat. Then switch, bending the left knee, releasing the right heel down to the mat. Then maybe breath to movement, do a couple more of these. Stretching out the legs, the hamstring, the Achilles, the feet. Then find stillness in your downward facing dog. Feel all 10 knuckles firmly pressing down to the mat. And instead of feeling like you sinking into the knuckles, feel how you're lifting the energy away up from the knuckles all the way to the tailbone, to the sit bones. Wrapping the triceps down and spinning the bicep muscles to the ceiling, lengthening through the spine, pulling the belly in, and then soften the knees as much as you need. Deep, slow inhale, and exhale. Walk your hands back to your feet, come on into a Ragdoll Uttanasana, and again, bend your knees as much as you need it. Okay, I just injured my right hamstring, so I'm being careful with that, so I'm bending my knees a lot today. Letting the crown of the head melt down to the mat. See if you can keep the body weight a little bit more into your toe mounts and allow the upper body to melt over your lower body. Softening the muscles around the face. Release the hands down to the mat. You're going to go first to the left side. Bend your left knee and open to the right side. Reach the right arm to the ceiling. Lengthen from the tailbone all the way to the crown of the head. Exhale, release, one at a time. Reach the left arm high, bend your right knee. Lengthen out through the spine. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Deep inhale, exhale, release it down. You're going to squat down into Malasana, so you toe heel your feet all the way mat distance apart. Turn the toes out, the heels in, then squat down all the way. Bring your hands to your heart center, push the elbows into the inner knees. Tuck the chin to the chest and lengthen through the back of the neck. Slow, deep inhale. And exhale, let it out. Release the hands down to the mat. Lift up your hips, toe heel your feet back, hip distance apart. Now walk your hands out, come on back into a high plank position, top of a push-up. Shoulders over the wrists. Your body's nice and long. Lifting the thigh bones away from the mat. Wrapping the biceps forward. Spinning the triceps back, lengthening through the back of the neck. Feet together, side plank, right arm down, left arm high. Pulling the belly in, reach the energy up to the ceiling. Lift the energy up from the right side, wrist, shoulder. Deep, slow inhale. Hold, exhale. Slowly with control, come on back. High plank position. Add an optional push-up or just hold your high plank. Come back. Feet together, left side, right arm high. Flexing the feet. Keeping the right hip on top of the left hip. Lift the energy out from the left side shoulder, left side wrist. Deep, slow inhale. Come back, high plank pose. Slowly lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Come back to that steady breath right away as soon as you get into your downward facing dog. Checking with your breath. Checking with yourself. Where are you? Where are your thoughts? Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, slide the palms up onto the shin bone. Maybe keep a micro bend into the knees as you find maybe a hint of a back bend here. Squeezing the shoulder blades. Exhale, fold forward. Come on down, forehead down to your shins. Uttanasana. Inhale, reach the arms all the way to the sky. Rise up, Urdhva Hastasana. Hands come back to your heart, Samasthiti. Inhale, lift up the arms, open up. Find the baby back bend, go pose the arms, lift up your heart. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, or the halfway lift, lift up the chest. Fold forward again, all the way down, maybe a little deeper. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky, rise up. Bring your hands back to your heart. Inhale, lift up the arms. Find that back bend, go pose the arms, open up through the chest. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up your chest. Exhale, melt in even deeper. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky, rise up. Exhale, hands come back to your heart. Inhale, lift up the arms. Exhale, find that back bend, go pose the arms, lift up your chest. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, hinge from the hips, come forward. Inhale to a halfway lift. This time we're going to step back into a high plank position, top of a push-up. Good. Now, wrapping the triceps down, we're going to practice pressing back into downward facing dog. So as you push your hips high, see if you can maintain the triceps wrapping back and the biceps spinning forward sensation. Slowly exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, hinge forward, high plank. Slowly use your core as you come forward. Exhale, glide back, down dog, wrapping the triceps down, biceps up. Inhale, come forward, high plank pose. And exhale, back into your downward facing dog. Good, now we can add some push-ups to it. Inhale, come forward into a high plank pose. Slowly lower down, chaturanga, squeeze the elbows in, neck is long. Press back, high plank. And back into your downward facing dog. 2 more times, just like that. Inhale, come forward, high plank. Exhale, bend the elbows, chaturanga. Push it back, high plank. Downward facing dog. Last one. Inhale, slowly come forward, high plank pose. Exhale, slowly lower. Hold it there. Exhale, push it back. Downward facing dog. Good, then come forward into a high plank position. And lower all the way down onto your belly. Bring the fingertips behind the ears, elbows out to the side. Feet can be hip distance apart, or you can bring them closer together if that serves you better. Spin your inner thighs to the ceiling, roll the outer hips down. Lengthen through the neck. Exhale, inhale, lift up just the chest first. Press down through the top of the feet and lift the elbows a little higher, but lengthen through the back of the neck. Find one length through the whole spine. Deep inhale. Hold it here, just bring the arms by your side, turn the palms down, lift the chest a little higher. Interlock the hands behind your back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, straight out through the elbows. Now you can add on by lifting the feet away from the mat, keeping the knees straight, spinning the inner thighs to the ceiling, lift up the chest, deep inhale. Exhale, slowly come on down. Gaze to the right, big toes to touch, heels falling out to the side. Take a soft inhale through the nose. And let it out, exhale. And come back to center. Bring your fingertips back behind your ears, elbows out to the side. Press down through the tops of your feet. Inhale, lift up the chest. Lift up the elbows. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Gazing down onto your mat. Then bring the arms by your side. Keep those triceps high up. Squeezing them towards each other. Energizing through the fingers. Interlock the hands behind your back. Placing the upper index finger on top. Squeezing the elbows together. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Add on. Lift up the legs. Keeping the legs straight. Lengthen out from your lower back. Pointing the toes towards the back of the room. Finding more length through the legs, through the spine. Deep inhale. Exhale, release. Gaze to the left, big toes to touch, heels falling out to the side. Slow inhale through the nose. Slow exhale out through the nose. Good, then come back to center. Plant your palms next to your floating ribs. Press into the tops of your feet. And inhale, slowly rise up into an upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips high to the sky. Deep, slow inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it out. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, bend your knees, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up your chest. Exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees, chair pose, Sukhasana. Lift up the arms, pulling the belly in. Turn the pinkies towards each other, soften the inner shoulders away from the ears. Take a slow inhale through the nose. See if you can pull the belly into the spine a little bit more, tucking the tailbone under slightly, so you feel how you lengthen it out from the lower spine, instead of creating a big arch into your lower back, okay? Deep, slow inhale, and exhale. Fly the arms back behind you, turn the palms down. See if you can sit down 2 more inches. Interlock the hands behind your back, squeezing the shoulder blades, neck is still long. Exhale, keep the bind and fold forward, bring the forehead down to your shins. Deep, slow inhale, and exhale. Release the hands down to the mat. You can come down into Malasana, or you can come into Crow Pose or Crow Prep. Planting the palms down to the mat, shoulder distance apart, separate the fingers away from each other, lift up your hips. Now bend your knees, place the knees onto your triceps. Turn the elbows to the back of the mat instead of letting the elbows go out to the side. Now engage your core, start to trust yourself to push yourself forward. You can be still on your tippy toes, but maybe you feel like, all right, if I'm turning on my core muscles, using a nice exhalation, maybe I can lift my toes away from the mat today. And maybe you can bring the big toes to touch. And maybe you want to practice jumping back into your low chaturanga. So take a deep inhale. And if you want, shoot the legs back, low chaturanga. Then everybody go back to your downward facing dog, with or without a vinyasa. Down dog. Inhale your left leg high, just halfway. Keep the right leg. Lift the right leg up. Point the right toes down to the mat. Exhale, pull the knee to your nose, round through the spine, tuck the chin to the chest. Then step the right leg all the way forward into a low lunge. Keep your back heel lifted, come up onto your tippy toes. Pull the right hip back, turn the left hip forward. Lift up the left kneecap, energize to the back leg. Pull the belly into the spine, lift the belly an inch away from the right thigh, and then fly the arms back behind you. Reach the sternum forward, engage the triceps, squeeze the shoulder blades. Pull the right hip back, slow deep inhale, and exhale. Interlock the hands behind your back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift the fist away from the glutes, pull the right hip back, turn the left hip forward. Then separate the hands, turn the palms down. Release the left palm down to the mat and reach your right arm high to the sky. Slow inhale and exhale. Come up onto your left fingertips. Engage your core and slowly lift your chest up. Turn the chest to the right, pull the right hip back. Your left leg is strong and straight. Release the right hand, the back of the left leg, and lift the left arm high to the sky. Lift up from the left waistline, pull the belly in, maybe drop the right thigh bone a little deeper. Deep, slow inhale. Exhale, inhale the hands down to the mat. Step back into a high plank pose, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, now this time the left leg comes halfway up. Point the left toe down. Deep, slow inhale. Exhale, pull the knee to your nose, round through the spine, tuck the chin to the chest. Then step the left leg all the way forward without a sound in between the palms. Keep your right heel lifted, all 10 toes facing forward, come up onto your fingertips. Pull the left hip back, maybe drop the left thigh bone deeper. Engage your belly, lift the belly an inch away from the left thigh, then float the arms back by your side. Turn the palms down, your thumbs down. Energize your right leg and pull the left hip back. Interlock the hands behind your back. Place the opposite index finger on top. Squeeze the shoulder blades, lengthen through the neck. Release, palms back. Release the right hand down, left arm high to the sky. I did not mention it on the other side, but of course you can use a block here underneath the right palm if you need it. Balance out the body. Deep, slow inhale. And exhale. Come up onto your right fingertips. Engage your core and slowly rise up all the way into your vertical twist. So reach your left arm back and right arm forward. Open through the chest with the reach of the arms. Drop the left thigh bone deeper. Then reach the left arm back and the right arm high. Lift up from the right side waist. Find a little twist here. Deep inhale. Exhale, inhale the hands down to the mat. Come into high plank pose. Lower down onto your elbows. Forearm plank. Walk the toes in dolphin pose. Feet are still hip distance apart. Your heels are still hiding behind the toes. You can soften the knees as much as you need it. Press down through the forearms. Lift the tailbone high. Now from here, you can start to practice lifting maybe the right leg up. Lift from the inner thigh. It's not about how high you can lift it. Feel the nice stretch. Turn the right pinky toe down to the mat and feel the weight into the left and right forearm elbow equally. Release the right foot down to the mat and lift the left leg up and away from the mat. See if you can straighten out through the lifted leg and maybe keep a bend into your bottom leg, your right leg. Then release the left leg down to the mat. You're going to walk your toes back and come all the way into that forearm plank pose where we're going to hold for 5 more breaths. So allow your whole body to participate in this posture. Your core is engaged, your shoulders are working, your forearms are actively pressing down, your heels are reaching back, your crown of the head is reaching forward. So there's a lot of action in the body right now. So can you find some more ease through the breath? And drop the hips and belly down, come on back into that Sphinx pose. Press down through the forearms, then bend your right leg, reach back for your foot or ankle. And gently start to pull it down. And maybe flip the fingers around. Wrap it around the right toes and pull the right heel down next to your right glute. Lift up from the left side chest, left side shoulder. Turn the chest more forward. Release the right foot. Press the right foot down to the mat, bend your left knee and reach back for your foot or ankle. And maybe flip the left fingers around, wrap it around the left toes, and press the left heel down next to your left hip. Good, slowly release. Back into your Sphinx pose. Good, tuck your toes under, lift the knees and hips away from the mat, back into that forearm plank. One more time, walk your toes back into your dolphin pose. You choose, you can stay in your dolphin. You can also choose to lift one leg at a time away from the mat, or you can go into your Paschimottanasana forearm balance, lifting the legs away from the mat and balance on your forearms. When you're ready, slowly come on back into that forearm plank. Come on back, high plank. Downward facing dog. Slow deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale your right leg high to the sky. Bend the knee, stack the hips, circle the knee around a couple times. And as you exhale, step the right leg all the way forward into a low lunge. Keep the back heel lifted. Inhale, rise up, high crescent lunge, Vinyasa. Pull the right hip back, left hip forward. Good, then bring the hands to your heart center, lean forward. Drop the right thigh bone deeper and then twist. Hook the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Press the palms together, point the left heel straight towards the back of the room. Press all 10 knuckles together, especially the index finger knuckle, and use the energy in the palms to twist your chest even more. Gaze down to your right big toe. Now step the left foot next to the right. Chair twist. And palms are still together. Maybe for a second, place your right palm onto your lower back sacrum. Fix the lower back situation, then join the palms together and stay there in your chair twist. Good, then slowly rise up, all the way. Urdhva Hastasana, and hands at your heart center, Samastitihi. Okay, then root down through the right foot. Lift the left leg up, one-legged Tadasana. Hug the left knee to your chest, or maybe reach down to your left big toe, and maybe slowly and gently extend the left leg in front of you. So the goal is not to make your left leg straight, but your goal is to make your standing right leg straight. Keep the crown of the head over the right heel, and then slowly start to kick into that left index finger, middle finger, to send the left heel more forward as you pull the left thigh bone back into its socket. Deep inhale, and exhale. Now if you have the knee, place your right hand onto your left knee and reach the left arm back behind you. If you have the foot, if you want to try that, you can place the right hand to the outside of the left foot and then twist and turn with the leg straight. Or maybe slightly bent, but your standing leg is strong and straight. Deep inhale, and exhale. And come on back to center, lift up the arms, keep the left leg lifted. Deep, slow inhale, exhale, send the left leg back behind you. Bend your standing right leg if you need that, but keep the lifted left leg as straight as you can. Turn the left pinky toe down. Deep, slow inhale. Slowly bend your right knee and step back into Warrior One. Lift up the arms, right leg forward, left leg back, Warrior One position. Pull the right hip back. Root down through the outer arch of the left foot and turn the left hip more forward. Bring the hands behind your back, interlock the hands, lift up your chest, and exhale, lean forward. Pause halfway. Find a nice long energy line from the crown of the head back to your left heel. Then either stay here, keeping the core engaged, or come more forward, turn to the left side to hook the right shoulder to the inside of the right knee, then turn the chest down to the mat, keep hugging the right hip back to the center line, maybe lifting the fist higher, maybe bending the right thigh a little deeper. Good, then inhale, rise up, Warrior One, lift it all the way up, exhale, open to the side, Warrior Two. Point the right knee forward, left toes turning inward. Soften the right knee all the way forward towards the second toenail. And hug the right outer hip back to the center line. Straighten out through the front leg. Pull the right thigh up into the socket, up into its socket. Then reach your right arm forward. Lengthen through the right side body. Release the right fingers down onto your right shin. The left arm high to the sky. Now feel how you pressing down the right big toe mound, the right pinky toe mound, and your right heel center down to the mat. You're lifting the right kneecap up, you're engaging the right thigh, and you're plugging the right thigh bone up into its socket as you lengthen out through the right and left side body. Bend your top arm, internally rotated. Reach back behind your back as you roll the left shoulder to the ceiling. 3 more breaths here. If you'd like to add on a little more challenge, you can lift up the bottom arm, the right arm away from the right shin, and turn the right palm up to the ceiling. Release the right palm down. Lift up the left arm to the sky. Press down into your feet with a strong core, rise up. Reverse your triangle, reach it all the way back. And exhale, windmill the hands down to the mat. Go through your vinyasa, skip it anytime when you need it. Back to your down dog. Then inhale, starting on the left side. Lift up the left leg to the ceiling, bend the knee, stack the hips, circle out the knee a couple of times. Exhale, step the left leg all the way forward, low lunge, keeping the back heel lifted. Inhale, rise up, Anjaneyasana, high crescent lunge. Turn the right hip forward, pull the left hip back. Feel the energy in your back heel. Pull the belly in, pull the front ribs back, hugging the spine with the ribs. Then bring the hands to your heart center, lean forward, and hook the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Press all knuckles together. With each inhale, think about length. With each exhale, see if you can soften the belly button and twist a little deeper. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Slow, deep inhale. And exhale. Gaze down at your left big toe. Shift the body weight over to the left foot and step the right foot next to the left. Come into a chair twist. Maybe for a second you can place the left hand onto your lower back sacrum. Fix the hips, fix the lower back. Keep the lower back nice and long. Drop the thighs deeper. Join the palms together and hold it here. Two more breaths. And slowly rise up. Inhale the arms to the ceiling, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands down to your heart. One-legged Tadasana. This time you're going to lift up the right leg. Root down to the left leg. Place your hands, the right hand onto your right knee. Hold it here. Or reach down to your right big toe. Maybe start to extend it all the way forward. So work on that bottom leg, the left leg, to make it strong. It doesn't mean that you have to lock out the left leg, but feel the energy in that big toe mount, pinky toe mount, center of the left heel. Then you're lifting that up, you're engaging the left thigh, and you're lifting the left kneecap away from the mat. Balance the crown of the head over the left heel. Now we're going to twist. If you have the knee, place the left hand onto the outside of the right leg and reach your right arm back behind you. You're not twisting in your hips. You're twisting just in your torso. Your left leg is still strong and straight. Or maybe you have the outer arch of the right leg. Grab it with the left fingers and twist that way. Come back to center. Keep your right heel high as you lift the arms up to the ceiling. Pull the belly in, lean more forward and up. And exhale, lean back, find that airplane arms as you keep the right leg lifted. Lift the right leg from the right inner thigh. Maybe flex the right foot, pointing the right pinky toe straight down to the mat. Energize through the back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Bend your standing leg if you need that. Keep your lifted right leg straight. Then slowly start to bend your left leg and smoothly arrive into your warrior one as you spin the back heel down to the mat. Lift up the arms. Pull the left hip back, turn the right toes forward, and pull the belly in to lift up from the waistline. Feel the energy in the back leg. Lift the right inner knee away from the mat. Bring the hands behind your back. Place the opposite index finger on top, interlocking the hands. Lift up your chest, open up. Exhale, start to go forward, pulling the left hip back, turning the right hip forward, reaching with the chest forward, neck is still long. You can stay here, or maybe turn the chest slightly to the right, hook the left side shoulder to the inside of the left knee, then let the crown of the head to fall down towards the earth. Keep the connection with the back heel. Let the crown of the head to melt down to the mat. 3 more breaths here. Good inhale, rise back up, warrior one, lift up the arms, separate the body. And exhale, open to the side, warrior two. Adjusting the feet, stepping a little wider away from each other. Heel to heel, left knee points forward. Now again, I'm going to show you from the side. Instead of creating a big arch into your lower spine, try to get deep into this pose. Can you tuck the tailbone under, pull the belly in, pull the ribs towards each other so your spine stays straight as you're dropping the left knee down. Deep inhale, sit down deeper, exhale. Then come on, right, straighten out to the left leg, triangle pose, Trikonasana. Reach the left arm forward, pull the left hip back, then release the left fingertips down onto the left shin, right arm high to the sky. Feeling like your back is against the wall. You're pressing down through the left big toe mound, pinky toe mound, center of the left heel. Lifting the left thigh up into the socket, engaging the left thigh muscle. Bend your top arm, reach back behind your back. Roll the right shoulder up to the ceiling. You can stay here for the next 3 breaths, or for the added challenge, you can lift up the bottom left arm, turn the left palm to the ceiling, left elbow straight. Release the left fingertips down, Open up from the bind, right arm high. Turn on the core, press down through the feet, and inhale, rise up. Reverse your warrior, reach it behind you. And exhale, inhale the hands down to the mat. Go through your vinyasa, high to low. Up dog, back into your down dog. Inhale your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, step the right leg all the way forward into a low lunge. Drop the left knee down. Place your hands onto your right knee. And inhale, right, lift up the arm. Zen. Turn the palms towards each other, sink the hips deeper, pull the right hip back. Deep, slow inhale. Maybe find the back bend as you go, pose the arms, sink the hips deeper, lift up from the waistline, open through the chest. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Half split pose, straighten out through the right leg. I'm gonna definitely use these blocks here. Flex the right foot back towards the face, pull the right hip back into its socket. Now work on lengthening out from your lower back. Slow, deep inhale. Maybe bending the elbows and maybe going a little bit deeper. If you're craving your full split pose, you feel perfectly ready for that, please feel free to go into your full split. Paschimottanasana. Good, then shift the body weight back forward, bend your right leg. Place the left palm to the inside of the right leg and reach the right arm back behind you. Maybe bending the back leg to reach back for your foot or ankle. Deep inhale. Exhale. Release, place both hands to the inside of the right leg, runner's lunge. Slide your left knee further back behind you, stay onto your hands, or come down onto a block or all the way down onto your forearms. Couple breaths here. You can choose any other option. You can roll to the outer arch of the right foot, letting the right knee fall out to the side. You can tug the back toes under, lift the left knee away from the mat, activate your lizard pose, or stay up onto your palms and just rest the back knee down to the mat. Whatever feels the most supportive for today. You know exactly what you need. Not trying to find the most comfortable position, but also not trying to find the most torturing position for yourself. Good, come on back up. We're gonna make our way back into a high plank position. Tuck the back toes under and lift the left knee away from the mat. Send the right foot back next to the left. Go through your vinyasa. Optional, of course. And back into your downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high to the sky. And exhale, step the left leg all the way forward to a low lunge. Dropping the right knee down, slide the right knee back, and then point the right toes back as you lift up the chest. Inhale the arms up. Sink the hips a little deeper, lift up the chest, lift up from the waistline. Go pose the arms, lifting up your heart, open through the chest. Good, then back to center, inhale. Exhale, hands down to the mat, half split pose. So even though my left side is way more open now than my right side, because I injured my right side, I'm gonna use the block on both sides to find balance in between the two sides. Flexing the left foot. Lifting up from the waistline, pulling the left thigh bone back into its socket. Deep inhale, and exhale. Rebend your front leg. Plant your right palm down onto the mat next to your left foot. Reach your left arm back. Bend your right leg and reach back for your foot or ankle. Kick into your palm, roll the left shoulder back. Deep inhale. Exhale. And come back to center. Place both hands to the inside of the left foot. Toe heel your left foot out to the side. You're going to come into the runner's lunge. And again, you have the options. So try to do the same thing what you did on the other side. Do it slowly. Maybe notice the difference in between the two sides. You can keep it more active or a little bit more relaxing. Wherever you are, just focus on the breath and see if you can help your body open up a little bit more with each and every exhalation. Two more breaths. Good job, gently come on back onto your palms. Tuck the back toes under, lift the right knee away from the mat, then send the left foot back to meet the right. Go through another vinyasa if you like, or just press back into your downward facing dog. Hips high to the sky. Deep, slow inhale. And exhale. And come on down onto your knees. We're gonna get into a hip opener. So you can choose a single leg pigeon if you want to go on double pigeon. Maybe just a simple, gentle Sukhasana as you cross the shin bones right in the middle and fold forward like that. I'm gonna go into a half pigeon, starting on the right side. But as I mentioned, you can choose any hip opener for yourself. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, send the right shin bone forward. Place it down to the mat. Slide your right shin as forward as possible. Turn the left hip forward, pull the right hip back, lift up your chest, exhale, fold forward. So whichever hip opener you're choosing, starting maybe on the right side, start to tune in with the breath. And start to use every single exhalation to release the muscles around the right side hip. And just maybe notice where else you're holding on some tension. Maybe your jaw, your shoulders, your upper trap, maybe your toes, your fingers. And you start relaxing those areas in the body. Three more breaths. Soften everything down to the mat. Allow the body to open up. And good, then switch sides. From your half side, one-legged pigeon pose. Maybe lift the left leg high. And then send the left shin forward as you reach the right leg back. But if you are in a different hip opening, just switch sides. And again, do the same thing. Focus on the breath. Keep your mind right in this moment. Take a moment to scan the body from the top to the bottom. And noticing where is an area where you have to let go of old tension. Maybe notice you're tensing more on the left side and less on the right side, or vice versa. The first great step is to connect to ourselves, is to notice what is going on in the body. Be aware of your habits. Three more strong breaths. Focus on the inhales, filling up the lungs. And as you exhale, soften more your hips, your shoulders, your face muscles. And good, and gently rise back onto your hands if you are down into your half pigeon pose. Make yourself back into your downward facing dog. Deep, slow inhale. And exhale. Okay, then come on down onto your knees. Swing the legs out to the side. Sit down onto your mat. You're going to come into Upavishta. Send the legs out to the side. Turn the toes to the ceiling. So it doesn't have to be your absolute widest seat. 90 degrees perfectly fine, or even less than that. Turn the toes to the ceiling, knees to the ceiling. And we're going to go a little side stretch. Bring the right arm down and then lift the left arm high to the sky. But instead of worrying about, can I touch my right toes? Worry about pushing the left sit bone down to the mat and find a beautiful length through the left side body. And that's just a little extra. If you can keep all that on the left side body, can you keep the left sit bone down to the mat and maybe reach a little closer to your right toes. And come back up. The other side, left palm down, right arm up and over. Pulling the belly in, deep inhale. And then as you push the right sit bone down, lengthen out from the right side body. Maybe reach the right arm closer, the right fingers closer to the left toes. And come back to center. Keep turning the toes to the ceiling, the knees to the ceiling. See if you can walk the hands in front of you. Now place the hands just a couple inches in front of you and then find again a nice long spine. So instead of arching your spine, pull the belly in and lengthen out from the spine. And then maybe you can go a little bit deeper, a little bit deeper, a little bit deeper. Or maybe you can bring the belly down to the mat, or maybe not. Or maybe you want to grab a block, place it right at the base of your sit bone, and then belly reaches up and over. Come on back up, lift up the chest. Then bring the soles of the feet together, Konasana. We're gonna do two variations. We're gonna start with the easier one. We're gonna send the heels away from the body, creating a nice big diamond shape here. Then grab onto your shins, ankles, whatever feels comfortable. Keep the spine long, deep inhale. Exhale, reach with the sternum forward. Keep the chest lifted, keep the spine long. And then exhale, round down, bring the forehead down to your heels. Maybe pushing the elbows gently into the inner knees. Good, rise back up. Now this time slide the heels a little closer to the sit bones. A little bit more intense variation. Grab onto your feet, lift up the chest, stay upright, or maybe start to go forward. Again, reach with the sternum, with the chest forward, keeping the neck long. Then exhale, start to round and bring the forehead down to your toes. Deep inhale and exhale. Rise back up. Stretch both legs in front of you, sitting in Dandasana, seated staff pose. Place your hands next to your body, roll the shoulders back, keep the neck long. Flex your toes towards the face, maybe bend your knees if that serves you. Then inhale the arms to the ceiling, lengthen out from the spine. Exhale, fold forward, Paschimottanasana. And be gentle if you need to be gentle. Go deeper, maybe grab a block and place it around the soles of the feet and go a little bit deeper into this stretch. Or maybe you want to grab a shirt, a towel, maybe a strap if you like, and then go with that. Deep, slow inhale and exhale. Good, then rise back up. Bend your knees, soles of the feet down onto the mat. Reach the arms forward, slowly roll back all the way, one vertebrae at a time onto your mat. Hug the knees to your chest. And then bring the soles of the feet down to the mat. Make your feet mat distance apart, let your knees to fall out to the right. Gaze to the left, goalpost the left arm, and maybe place the right ankle on top of the left knee. Twist. And back to center. Feet are hip distance, no, feet are mat distance apart. Good. Drop the knees all the way to the left, maybe crossing the left ankle on top of the right knee. That's just an option. Right arm goes into a goalpost as you gaze over the right shoulder, maybe closing your eyes. And then come back to center. We're going to go a little bit deeper. Left leg goes long, right knee comes into that shoulder socket. Tuck the chin to the chest, or maybe even gaze down to the left toes as you're flexing the left foot. Pulling the right knee into the right shoulder socket, feeling that pinching sensation in your hip flexor. Deep inhale. Exhale, bring the right knee over to the left, gaze over the right. Soften the muscles around the face. Good, then come back to center, hug both knees to your chest, neutralizing the spine. Exhale, switch it out. Right leg long, push the back of the right knee down, flex the right foot actively like you're pushing your right heel into a wall, into a wall. Feeling a pinching sensation in the left hip flexor. Deep inhale. Exhale, bring the left leg over to the right. Left arm goes into goalpost. Deep, slow inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. And back to center, hugging the knees to your chest. Come into a plow pose. Swinging the legs up and overhead, supporting your lower back. Your toes are not touching the mat, then you're going to keep your hands onto your lower back sacrum. Your toes are touching the mat, and you can work on straightening out through the legs, maybe interlocking the hands behind your back. Slow, deep inhale. Maybe bringing the knees closer to your temples, to your ears. And support your lower back and gently come on all the way down onto your mat. Stagger your feet hip distance apart. Turn the palms to the ceiling. Bring the shoulder blades closer together onto your back. Tuck the chin to the chest. Let your toes to fall out to the side as you soften your fingers. And take a deep inhale through the nose. Hold it at the top. Sip a little more in. Sip a little more in. Hold it there, find that stillness. And open your mouth and toes to the crown of the hand. See if you can soften the whole entire body. Let go of all the tension. Let go of the breath control. If you'd like to stay here in Shavasana for a little bit longer, please do so. If you're ready to move on, turn the head from one side to the other. Massage at the back of the skull. Move the fingers, move the toes. Reach the arms all the way up and overhead and take a full body stretch. And bend the knees and roll all the way to your right side. Press yourself up into a comfortable seat. Sukhasana. Hands at your heart center. Sit up nice and tall. Close your eyes. Take one more strong, deep, conscious inhale in through the nose, feeling up the whole body. And then open your mouth and just let it out, let it go. Just notice the shift in the body, the shift in the mind by simply practicing yoga, focusing on your breath, focusing in yourself for 60 minutes. Then gently lift the thumbs in between the eyebrows, into the third eye. Slowly lift the gaze to the ceiling, blink your eyes open, and together we bow forward. Namaste. Thank you so much for showing up this morning and practicing with me. It's always a pleasure to teach you guys and be here for you. My name is Francesca. If you have any questions, any feedback, please let me know. I'm always happy to hear from you guys. You can also check out Aura 7 Yoga YouTube, and we can have another giveaway coming soon, so please stay tuned, and I wish you guys a beautiful day. See you soon.